So, hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Turn 5 podcast. And after many months, we can finally say it's race week. Whee!
Ow.
Clearly, race week is too exciting for Nia, and Ben just doesn't get excited at all.
So I was moving things. I just heard Nia hit her head or something. I was like, what the...
It's broken!
I hit
Yeah.
my hand on my headphones.
It's finally race week. It's been far too long. But before that, we need to talk about what happened last week in pre-season testing. We need to go through our predictions for the season, and we need to preview the upcoming race weekend. Oh,
and some news.
let's start with the news. Formula One have launched a new service for fans called F1 Unlocked. Please refer to their website for more information, because to be honest, we don't quite get it yet either.
Just sounds like they're splitting up F1.com and this new stuff.
Yeah, which is
Just
completely
put it on
pointless.
the website.
Yeah, well, they are. They're just making you log into the website because it's free.
So,
The only bit I'm confused about is how much of the live timing are they going to put into the free service? I
you
hope
could
they're
get like the
same.
leaderboard,
Yeah, you currently get the leaderboard.
but that was about it.
Because if they're adding all the stuff that I get as an F1 TV member,
Yeah.
what's the point in me having F1 TV?
I have a feeling it's going to be included because we all have F1 TV, I'm assuming, and we all logged in. It's just said, you remember, it's fine. So
Yeah,
but
but like we
F1
pay to get
Unlocked's
the
free, yeah.
detailed
Yeah.
live timing stuff. Because there ain't no other reason to pay for F1 TV in this country.
a good point, yes.
But yeah, so the other news, if Lance Stroll is unfit to race, Felipe Drugovich will be taking his place. And we think it's highly likely that Lance Stroll will be unfit to race.
I thought you just started that sentence with F Lance Stroll. It's like F Lance Stroll is out.
Yeah.
Rest in pepperonis. Like
I have seen pictures of him in the airport recently with like nothing wrong with his wrists or anything. So, but who knows? Like no visible supports on his wrist. So
they've said they'd announce it in due course.
But considering the race weekend starts in 3 days, you know?
Yeah.
Well, 4 days actually, now that they've moved press conferences to Friday.
It'd be funny if Lance gets Felipe to do all of his press and then just drives on Friday.
Well, the press is the Friday, so he gets Felipe to do practice and then just shows up and is like, right, go for qualifying, boys.
My turn.
My car.
Do we know what number Felipe would take?
Probably the number that he ran under in testing.
which was
I don't
remember.
know.
We're a really well-prepared, detailed podcast in our third year.
In fairness, that's a pretty niche thing to know, remember. I know Logan Sargent's number because he took number 2. And Piastri, I'm pretty sure, took like 80 something.
81.
81.
Yeah, because didn't he want 18 and that was taken?
Good old Lance Stroll.
There's a picture and he's number 18 for Felipe Drugovich.
No, did he just
But
literally
that
run
looks
Lance
like-
Stroll's car?
It looks like last year though, so
Yeah,
Live
Sound.
timing doesn't say his number.
34.
There we go.
Yeah, my God.
I wonder what you said then. Then I realised might crack.
Wait, did we have the safety car on circuit yesterday?
No, it just sat in the garage.
Oh. It's just I pulled up the
No,
live
so
timing to
It
see
wasn't
the
yesterday.
Saturday. Yeah, I pulled up the live timing to try and see what
And you saw they did a full
his
safety car
number.
test.
Yeah, it said
They
safety car
didn't.
deployed, and I
It
was
was not.
happy. Oh.
I also said to Rich on Saturday, if we ever do a test in watch along again, we're just having it on in the background and we're playing games or something.
Mm.
Can your internet cope with that?
I'll just play the game. Test it on.
I mean, that's basically what I was doing on, was it Thursday morning? I just sat there eating my porridge. I had testing on, but I didn't
In
have
fairness,
sound on.
Mel joined us that morning. so-
Mel was also there, so yes. But I just had testing on with no sound, otherwise my mic would have picked it up before I could hear it. So I just sat there eating my porridge.
Oh,
And then it was quite fun in the Friday morning because I was like 40 seconds ahead of Richard.
You were like that on Thursday as well.
Yeah.
it's all right.
What?
On Saturday, I was ahead
Yeah.
of Ben.
Yeah, but that's because Ben's got potato internet.
No, it's
I
where
still take the dub.
I had to run out of Sky Go as well, so it's like a minute behind of actual. So I pretty much had to stream it.
So basically, if we all got together, it would be Chris reacting to stuff, then me reacting to stuff,
Yeah.
then Ben reacting to stuff, and Nia somewhere in that range.
And I won't be there because I don't
Nia,
work.
Oh yeah,
Nia was about the
Nia's
same
wouldn't
as
be.
you, Richard, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like a
Um,
minute or so behind.
Yeah, it was about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And because I was like, oh, Drogovic has broke down. Is he?
Yeah, you said, oh, this person's. Oh, yeah. You said, oh, George has come out the garage. I was like, he has, yeah.
And I went, oh, red flag. And Ben went, but he's just finished a lap.
And then you went when Bottas broke down. So I got quite lucky then.
Yeah.
And you came back and like, it's a red flag. What's that about?
You could actually tell me.
That's just because Richard was AFK.
I went to the toilet.
Mm,
Because Bottas's car decided to sound like a streamer.
Yeah.
fair enough. Anyway, yes, the final piece of news that's come out of Formula One this week. The Spanish Grand Prix is changing track configuration.
Again.
Insert hallelujah
At
here.
long last, they are getting rid of that god-awful chicane. It turns 14 and 15.
They're
13 and 14?
They're running. The
13 and 14.
2006 spec track is coming back.
Yeah, the same as the MotoGP cars run. Well, the MotoGP bikes.
Bikes.
There we go. Yeah, nice. If it has engine, it is car, Chris, 2023.
Yeah, engine and wheels equals car.
Yeah, but there's only 2 wheels.
Car.
It's still multiple wheels, says Chris.
Motorized vehicle. Automobile.
You're digging yourself a hole here, lad.
I don't care.
Stop.
Anyway, yes, they are running the layout that the MotoGP bikes are use. Finally, they're getting rid of that pointless chicane. Hopefully, they just remove it from the track entirely because there really is no reason to use it.
Good. Now that that's covered.
Yep.
I don't-
We're
I
all
feel
happy about that news.
Actually, I think they might use it in Rallycross.
Yeah, but don't they cover it in dirt for that bit?
I think coming out of that bit.
Hmm.
But I want to say they use the chicane to go back up the hill.
Well, we'll see.
Anyway, testing. Let's wrap up what we've seen. Biggest shock, anybody?
Aston Martin's pace,
Mm.
McLaren's lack of structural
Pace.
stability, Alpine's lack of pace.
McLaren's lack of pace as well.
I mean, they just didn't run.
Yeah, I don't think the pace was too.
But when they did run,
Pace
they were
wasn't
quite
great.
slow as well.
Yeah, well, they weren't lightning, but you know, they were
It wasn't-
midfield
I don't
still.
think it was as bad as people were saying.
It's just the fact that they only did 311 laps over the course of the 3 days.
Yeah,
instead of
Everyone
AlphaTauri
else, I
did
think,
like
is plus 400.
450.
Yeah.
No, there's 4 teams that did plus 400.
Oh.
But 311 was like by far and away the lowest, which was sad. 311 for McLaren, 353. Next lowest is Alpine, Aston Martin 387, Mercedes 398. Oh, it's 4 teams that didn't do 400. So, I suppose Mercedes and Alfa Romeo both probably would have had more had they not had their technical gremlins. Mercedes with George's hour and a half missed because of a hydraulic issue, and Alfa Romeo because of Valtteri's gearbox issue and whatever it was on the day before. I mean, Red Bull, Haas, Ferrari all did pretty much exactly the same, and that's kind of, I mean, and Williams and AlphaTauri, I guess, were just trying to get on top of their packages. They've both got rookie drivers, so
Yeah.
and
So I think they were just trying to give them as much time in the car as possible.
Yeah, and probably also trying to give their experienced drivers enough time to get the feedback that they want on the setup as well, because those guys drove the car last year, so know what's
Has
different
changed. Yeah.
and whether or not it's worked. Whereas the rookies are just trying to tell them how they feel in the car, because they have no baseline comparison except for like an FP1 session.
Yeah, the odd FP1.
Nick De Vries didn't even do that for AlphaTauri.
Not for AlphaTauri, no, but he did do a race.
No, but still, like that's the point. He doesn't have a baseline on last year's car. Logan Sargent at least did an FP1 in the car that he is now in.
Yeah.
So that's where I was going with that. But yeah, so I don't know. I think Alpine are in genuine trouble here.
I don't know, because a lot of people are saying that they done elite sandbagging to the biggest degree.
Are the team in fourth really the team that are in a position to sandbag to that extent?
I don't think they're in fourth anymore.
No, I don't think they're fourth. I don't know.
They're definitely not in fourth on my predictions.
No, they're not in fourth in mine. They've fallen down the order in mine, but it's just the fact that teams are saying they still expect Alpine to be there. It's a bit.
But if I remember rightly, Alpine had a shaky start last season as well, and just sort of ran consistently, a bit like Mercedes. They just kept picking up little results and added to their points tally, where other teams struggled with reliability and things.
Yeah, but will they struggle with reliability again this year?
That is the question. Well, McLaren apparently so. Their car just falls apart.
Yeah.
Bahrain in testing. But then look at last year. We went, what?
It's just a Bahrain thing, you know?
Yeah, Bahrain didn't McLaren qualify both Q1?
Probably.
I think Lando got Q2. Just. Yeah, Bahrain was awful. Then we went to Jeddah, which was
still pretty bad.
It was mid. And then we went to Australia, which was good.
I'm telling you, it's just the climate.
So Imola was also good. So it's an upwards.
McLaren to bounce back at Imola. That's the story here.
Well, we will see.
Gonna have a rough start of the season. Is Imola 4 or 6 this year?
4? I think it's after Australia.
Schedule. Azerbaijan is after Australia.
Oh.
So does that mean Azerbaijan's 4?
Azerbaijan is 4. Miami is 5. Imola is 6. He's got it. That's where we're picking up. Okay. Season starts at round 6.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for everyone else, the season starts at round 1.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately for everyone else.
Yeah. God, they wouldn't be able to keep up with McLaren if we started this early.
Exactly.
We're just taking pity on them, you know.
If you say so.
Yeah,
give them a head start.
This is like
sportsmanship. I suppose in other news that kind of came out during testing, Australia are looking to put the 4th DRS zone back in.
I don't think are looking to. Are putting the fourth DRS zone back in.
Yeah, well, they had the fourth DRS zone last year until they didn't. So I will say are looking to until it actually happens on the race.
The F was it the F1 Commission approved that? Or
Isn't that the same group of people that approved it last year? And then the drivers went, nope.
probably.
Could we get the same result this year?
Probably.
Quite possibly. But it will be ran in FP1 at least. So we'll see it at some
So the
point.
fastest times in practice over the weekend will come to first
Track
session.
record in FP1.
Well, probably considering how quick these guys went in testing.
Yeah.
Who was it that gained the most time?
Yeah,
I think it was
they already
Williams
beat last
gained.
year's pole.
Yeah. But from testing to testing, Williams gained the most time.
That wouldn't be difficult.
It's not surprising, no, but then Aston Martin in second place on that list.
True.
And Alpine have actually gone slower. The only team to have gone slower.
I might need to make a very quick change to my prediction.
Mine would take too much time to change, so I'm
me-
just going to stick with it.
I'm just going to run you through it, okay? So Williams were 2.378 seconds faster.
Mhm.
Aston Martin were 2.371 seconds faster.
Mhm.
Then Alfa Romeo, 2.158. Mercedes, 2.095. Alpha Tauri, 1.741. Red Bull, 1.415. Ferrari, 1.381. McLaren, even though they were absolutely dog and didn't run much, were still 1.011 seconds faster than last year's testing time. Haas were 0.860 seconds faster. And then Alpine are 0.064 seconds slower. So it's not just that they're slower than last year's car, it's that they're 9/10 of a second slower than Haas.
Mhm.
Like, Haas have improved 9/10. That's the thing they say, isn't it? It's not about making the aerodynamic improvements and improving car isn't necessarily about going forwards, because if you're not going forwards, you're going backwards. You have to develop to maintain your position. And Alpine Alpine have actually gone backwards. So this better be like we're tipping out 2 tons of sand from the car this weekend, because otherwise they are lost.
Alpine in the
So-
mood.
I said Saturday they've got the 2 fuel tanks like beer.
Yeah, the problem is they filled the other one with like lead.
Yeah, pure metal.
So yeah.
But of course, as we said all through the testing streams, times are not indicative.
Mm.
And who knows what will happen when we show up on Friday.
Actually lost count of how many times we said that.
Alpine could go P1.
And then their
Unlikely.
engine will go pop.
Unlikely.
Alpine goes
but
P1,
possible.
then sandwich bag. That's the kind of sand bag they're worried about.
I think
The
I'll
which
throw up.
variety?
If Alpine went P1, I'll genuinely throw up because that means Otmar would win.
What's wrong with
That's
Otmar?
sickening.
I think Ben's
Otmar's
got
a
vendetta.
lovely fellow.
No, get him gone.
Why? What's he done?
He's, I don't know. I don't know, really.
Good
I
one,
just
Ben.
watched Drive to Survive, then Zach Brown stormed in. They have their little rivalry, so, I've got to back Zach.
Ben, remember that you're getting your information through Drive to Survive, which we absolutely slated last year.
Yeah, but it's all right this year. It's fine.
You've watched
You've
two
watched
episodes.
Yeah.
I
Them
haven't
2
watched any yet.
episodes were
Yeah, neither have I.
great.
I've watched 10 minutes of first one.
I went and watched Ant-Man.
I watched testing instead.
I watched some of testing. I went and watched Ant-Man today.
And today I just slept because I was tired.
I wish I could do that.
But yeah, anyway, moving on. Predictions time. It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
The
for us to make a
season-long
complete
predictions.
tit out of ourselves.
Oh yes.
Well, let's start with the person who held us up. Nia can go first.
I knew that was good. What am I doing first? Teams or drivers?
Teams.
You can do what you like.
Okay. So
Start from
Okay.
P10.
I was about to ask, do we start from first or last? P10, Haas. Yeah. P9, Aston Martin.
Nia, did you watch testing?
Did you listen to any of the conversation? They're the second highest gaining team.
Again,
That's about to do
again,
the complete opposite of testing.
right.
Nia's
Okay.
about to say testing times are not indicative.
True, but for the 2 hours I did watch testing, I wasn't watching, and I was at work for the rest of it. I just haven't caught up with it.
All you had
To
to
be
do was
fair-
look at the times.
To be fair, Aston Martin did spend an amount of time in the garage on one of the days I was watching.
They did. They did.
An amount.
They didn't even finish ninth last year, and their car was awful.
That's true.
That's because they redesigned it after like 4 rounds and came out with the Red Bull.
Mm.
See that? I put Williams in 8th, and I did have Aston and Williams swapped. I can't remember why I switched them for Aston to be 9th, but we're rolling with it.
It's in the book now. It's down.
Yeah.
It's in the book.
The pen is on the paper.
7th, Alpha Tauri.
Respectable.
6th, Alfa Romeo.
Okay.
Now, this is kind of where I wanted to change it. But 5th, McLaren. 4th, Alpine. That is where I wanted to change it. Because, again, I didn't see any of the timings from testing. And then after hearing your conversation, I was like, I'm in this.
So are McLaren.
Yeah. 3rd, Ferrari. 2nd, Mercedes. And 1st, Red Bull.
And before Nia gives us our drivers' predictions, we should note an important caveat. We've already made the decision that Felipe Drugovich is going to drive this weekend.
Yes.
And so we will be including 21 drivers in our
Aston
season
Martin press
predictions.
release be damned.
In the event that Felipe Drugovich does not drive this weekend, any drivers ranked lower than him will slot up a position.
Yeah, he will simply be removed from everyone's predictions. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
If he does drive later in the season, however, I'll just put him back in where you put him.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Nia, P21.
Logan Sargent. I don't have much faith in him.
Damn,
Oh.
okay. There's putting in P21, and then there's absolutely raining on someone's parade.
Yeah, and she's also put Williams P8, which
Yeah.
means Albon's doing a power of carrying.
I can't wait to hear.
Is this going to be
being
like the
P7.
first season that Richard did his, and he's like, yeah, this makes no sense with where I put the teams and the drivers.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, sir. We don't need to remind hardcore viewers of my season 1 mess up. Which I have right here, by the way.
Yeah, didn't you have like a team in one position and then put both drivers of a different team in a higher position?
Let me have a look. So Haas, Williams, Alfa Romeo, Alpha Tauri, Yuki Tsunoda's down there, Pierre Gasly's there, Aston Martin P4 was Lance Stroll. Yeah, I had Aston Martin P4 and Alonso was 10th and Stroll was 12th.
Okay, but Alonso didn't drive for them then.
Oh, he was Alpine, wasn't he? Where's... Oh, I've got Seb P6. Okay, Seb's doing a power lift. Right. How have I messed this up then? Is it? Oh, it. No, that makes sense.
He's gone
Shut
back
up!
to the
Look,
future.
look. All right, look. It's just a mess. Okay, it's just a mess. We're just going to carry on with today's.
Yeah.
He's actually gone back to the future.
All right, so Nia, P21, please.
21 was Logan Sargent. 20, Nico Hulkenberg. Purely for the reason I don't really like him.
Valid. Valid.
19, Felipe Drogovic. He'll get like 1 point.
Violated every driver.
No. She's just absolutely re-slandered Hulkenberg. She said Drugovic is going to get 1 point. That means Nico's going to have a pointless season.
Drogovic, you get that 1 point.
Or he's getting one and is just getting after Drogovic.
18, Kevin Magnussen.
He doesn't even get a reason. It's that
Nah,
bad.
Just is.
nah, he's alright. He's better than Hulkenberg. That's the reason.
He stood up for Mick in Drive to Survive.
I did.
I've seen a clip of that on Twitter.
I haven't seen it.
He's all right by me now.
We're going to be here all night just hearing Nia's predictions at this rate. Right, come on. Speed run.
No, don't speedrun. I'm trying to write them down. Jesus, wet.
Speed run with enough time for Richard to write it.
17, Nick De Vries.
Oh, I got to remember to spell that right. Yeah.
16, Lance Stroll.
Richard,
Sorry,
have
was
you
that
not
out
thought? Have you not thought to just write their like driver shortcodes?
This is professionalism at its finest. I write it out in full.
Where have you put Neo? Where have you put Albon and Sargent? Sorry.
She's not said Albon
I
yet.
haven't
Is she
said
not?
Albon yet.
Hold on.
Calm
Sorry,
down.
I'm jumping.
Chill.
Remember,
All right.
Albon
Sorry,
needs to
sorry.
single-handedly get Williams to
Sorry.
8th.
Yeah. Where was
15.
15? Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Pastry.
Piastri boy. Then
And you have McLaren in 5th.
Lando Norris, World Drivers' Champion.
This is bonkers.
realizing now that none of these make sense, but again, I'm rolling with it. So I'm
Nia's
taking
done
out.
a me. It's not my turn.
Was I 14th? Was I?
Yeah.
Joe Guan Yu.
Yo Guan Yu, yes.
Joe Guan Yu. Yeah.
Bold predictions from Nia, as Chris would say.
But yeah, Nia, that's exactly what you've just done to Zhou Guan Yu.
13.
Alex Albon.
Where's Alonso? Where's Aston Martin?
Bravissima.
Yeah. You guys were rushing me, so I was just like, yes.
Well,
Well, it's Alonso, isn't it? Jesus!
Rhoda.
Alonso is gonna get banned from the Constructors' Championship.
Right, so 12th is Yuki Tsunoda, Richard, in case you never caught that.
I didn't catch that. No.
Sonoda is 12th.
Oh.
11th?
Alonso.
Oh, thank God. Finally.
At least he's not top 10. With Aston Martin in 9th.
10.
Bottas.
Oh, that's
Oh my God.
8th.
9th, you fool.
9th.
Pierre Gasly.
8th.
8th. Lando Norris.
Seventh.
Carlos Sainz.
Sainz in seventh.
Yeah.
Oh my
What is going on?
Sixth.
It's Esteban. Where Esteban's infiltrated the top six. What?
Esteban sixth.
Oh my god.
Five.
Lewis Hamilton.
4.
Charles Leclerc.
3.
George Russell.
And I'm assuming it's Perez Max.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
finally, a bold prediction for the season.
Oh, shit, I haven't done that yet.
I mean,
Alonso to
I
get
can-
banned from the constructors.
I can give you one. It's that Red Bull get their first ever Drivers' Championship 1-2 while winning the Constructors.
Are you sure it's not the rest of my prediction?
I mean, if this works, then you're a mathematical wizard. And Logan Sargent scored negative points. Actually, no, Felipe. That's I don't know. I have no idea how this is going to work. Okay,
Do I?
I don't think it's possible.
no.
I read
But not
over
when
it.
Alonso's in that game.
Anyway, Nia, a bold prediction for the season, please.
Can I just say my entire thing?
No.
I don't suppose unexpected DNF would work either.
No,
yes.
absolutely not.
Of the season.
How do you DNF a season?
Every single race, someone has an unexpected
W
DNF.
series.
Well, I mean,
W
that
series
would
says
that
hello.
would be
That
bold.
would be a bold.
That would be bold, saying
Yeah.
someone, the same driver, DNFs 23 races.
That's how Logan Sargent is finishing P21. According to Nia.
Yeah, I'm getting negative points.
You're so bad, we've removed points from you.
Come back to me, please.
Okay. Ben, you can go next.
Right. In 10th for the constructors, I have Alpha Tauri.
Oh, okay.
Yes. In 9th, I have Williams.
Mhm,
Then 8th, Haas.
mhm.
7th, Alfa Romeo.
I'm going to be really glad when Alfa Romeo's title sponsorship runs out. So I only have one type of alpha to spell. And I don't
Yeah.
have to try and think to myself, which alpha is this? Sorry, 6th.
Alpine.
Mhm,
Then in 5th, I have McLaren.
mhm,
In 4th, I have Aston Martin.
mhm.
In 3rd, I have Ferrari. 2nd, Mercedes. 1st, Red Bull.
The drivers, please.
In 21st, I have Drogovic if he steps in.
Oh, well, that makes
then-
Ben's one really easy if Djokovic doesn't drive.
Yeah, that's nice one. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, perfect.
Appreciate that.
In 20th, I have Logan. Then 19th, I have Nick De Vries. Then 18th, I have Yuki Tsunoda.
See, Nia, that's how you put a team last.
And
No one's not listening.
17th, I have Albon. 16th, I have Magnussen. Then 15th, I have Hülkenberg.
Nico.
Hülkenberg.
Yeah, but we won't get that this year because Danny's only there as a reserve driver, so he's not going to be at every
Oh.
race.
Then 14th, I have Guan Zhou.
What happened there?
What was that?
It's either Zhou Guan Yu or Guan Yu Zhou. It's not difficult.
Guan Zhou Yu.
That's even worse than Nia's. You, what was it? You, Guan Yu?
No, she just said go.
Did I?
Go, Guan Yu.
Go, Guan Yu.
Go, Guan Yu, go.
How about you?
13th.
13th, I have Bottas.
Oh, that's
12th, I have Gasly. And then 11th, I have Oscar Piastri. And then in 10th, I have Esteban Ocon. 9th. 9th, I have Lando.
who's that?
Yeah,
Ninth.
how are you spelling that?
He's a quality driver.
Never heard of him.
Almost as good as last name. Last name.
In 8th, I have
Who actually
Lando
was
Norris.
ninth?
Was that
Sorry.
Lando Norris? Sorry,
Yeah, Lando's in
Norris.
9th.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
8th.
then 8th, I have Stroll. Then
That is cash.
7th, I have Alonso. 6th is Perez.
Ooh,
5th is Carlos.
Max is doing some heavy lifting.
Yeah.
mm.
Carlos
Not as much
Sainz
as
in
drivers than my
5th.
prediction.
Nia,
that's
yours
still
are all
strong.
over the place. Like you don't
Nia,
get to say anything.
Nia, yours are a mathematical impossibility.
That's what you think.
4th.
Russell.
Third.
3rd, I have Charles Leclerc.
Which means
In
second lowest and first Max.
Yeah, jump to conclusions. Christ. In 2nd, I have Hamilton. 1st, I have Verstappen.
I mean, considering you had Red Bull as constructors champions, to have Perez in 6th, Max had to be world champion.
He makes a good point. Unless you're Nia,
Yeah.
In
in which
Richard,
case
your
Max
go.
Verstappen would be like 12th, and still Red Bull would win.
Yeah.
Are we not doing Ben's bold?
Yeah,
We're waiting on
bold-
Nia's, so we can just come back to everybody for that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Alright, bold.
Oh,
Team
wait, no.
prediction. Am I
No.
doing mine now,
No.
or
No,
are we
we'll
waiting
do-
for
we'll
everyone?
You've
We're
ruined the order
waiting
now.
and we'll do everybody's.
Okay, you said Nia, and then it's like,
It's all right. This is a good point.
Listen.
I can give my hand some rest now. So
Yeah,
let's
because
be
you should
writing.
already have yours written.
I do. Let's see if this makes slightly more mathematical sense than these.
That would not be difficult.
True. 10th, Williams.
Yes.
I don't imagine them moving off the bottom. I'll be honest with you. 9th, Alpha Tauri. Don't see them having a good season. 8th, Alpine.
Ooh.
I'm not confident. 7th, McLaren.
I'm worrying that you've not said Haas yet.
6th, Haas.
That would be some season.
Well, let's see how it goes. 5th, Alfa Romeo. 4th, Aston Martin. 3rd, Mercedes. 2nd, Ferrari. 1st, Red Bull. I'm backing Fred Vasseur to have the Jean Todt effect.
And your drivers, please.
21st, Logan Sargent. 20th, Felipe Drogovic. 19th, Alex Albon. 18th, Nick De Vries. 17th, Pierre Gasly. 16th, Oscar Piastri. 15th, Yuki Tsunoda. 14th, Nico Hulkenberg. 13th, Esteban Ocon. 12th, Lance Stroll. 11th, Zhou Guan Yu. 10th, Lando Norris. 9th, Kevin Magnussen. 8th, Valtteri Bottas. 7th, Fernando Alonso. 6th, Lewis Hamilton. 5th, Carlos Sainz. 4th, George Russell. 3rd, Sergio Perez. 2nd, Charles Leclerc. 1st, Max Verstappen.
Fair enough. Might go. So, in P10, we have Williams. In P9, Haas. P8, Alfa Romeo. P7, Alfa Tauri. P6, McLaren. P5, Alpine. P4, Aston. P3, Ferrari. P2, Mercedes. And P1, Red Bull. I realise I didn't change that on my sheet and I nearly read it the wrong way. Better fix that. I nearly backed Mercedes to be Constructors' Champions. Jesus, that would have been bad. Drivers. P21, Logan Sargent. P20, Nico Hülkenberg. P19, Felipe Drugovich. P... What?
You better write fast, boy.
I'm going as fast as my hand will let me.
Right, where are you? Have you caught up?
I've got Drogovic.
Okay. P18, Kevin Magnussen. P17, Alex Albon. I realise I've just done a Nia. No, I've not. I've not. I have. I have done a Nia.
It's on the book now.
Oh, goodness.
The pen is down.
I've
The
put,
ink-
I've
the
put
ink is on
Albon
the
in the
page.
wrong position.
The ink
I
is
mean-
on the page.
I done what I'd done with the constructors and meant to reverse them. Damn it. Anyway, P16, Zhou Guan Yu. P15, Bottas.
Uh-huh.
P14, Sonoda.
Uh-huh.
P13, Nick De Vries.
Damn. You have De Vries to outperform Sonoda
I do.
on his debut season.
Yes.
Okay.
P12, Piastri. P11, Norris.
Mm-hmm.
P10, Lance.
Mm-hmm.
P9, Esteban.
Mm-hmm.
P8, Gasly. P7, Fernando. P6, Carlos. P5, Leclerc.
Mm-hmm.
P4, George. P3, Checo. P2, Lewis. P1, Max.
It's down.
But yeah, Kevin and Alex were supposed to be the other way around.
Womp womp.
Oopsies. Oh, well, at least it's only one position and not every position.
The whole grid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right, Nia, are you ready for your bold prediction now?
Yeah. So, is Richard ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making rookie markers so I can see who we've
Uh,
ranked as the highest placed rookie.
Bottas to DNF in every US race.
It's very
That'd be
specific. Yeah.
Couldn't think of anything else.
Nia's just channeling her inner unexpected DNF.
Hell yeah!
Oh god.
Except she's going to say it was an expected DNF because she said it at the start of the
Yes.
season.
Mm.
For Bottas, it's unexpected.
Ben,
I've got Perez to be replaced next season.
that's not really a bold prediction for this season, though, is it?
If it's
But
announced
happens
mid-season,
this
It's
season.
announced
So,
this year,
like,
so it'll be this season.
yeah.
He gets replaced for next season.
Okay.
Better
Okay.
hope it gets announced this season.
Yeah.
If it
It's the
gets
day
announced.
after Abu Dhabi. It's like,
Yeah.
No, it won't be the day after because that's the day we record. It'll be the Tuesday.
Yeah.
well, no, because if it happens the day after, the season's done.
True.
But if no one gets to happen on
True.
Tuesday.
Yeah. It's just the curse of turn 5.
Yeah.
Richard, what's yours?
Currently blank.
Well, make it up.
Blank to get paid.
I mean, kind of my bold prediction is for Alpine to be the biggest flop. Because they have
Oh.
they were 4th, they've dropped 4 places. My prediction is for Alpine to have a very bad season. I'd
Yeah,
say
okay.
that's reasonably bold. From top
Yeah.
of the midfield to what is essentially the bottom of the midfield.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sick. I'm just going to write Alpine's a flop. Hard in brackets.
I'm going to go with there will be a safety car in at least 2/3 of the Grand Prix this season. Be that virtual or full. So there will be either a VSC or an SC in at least 2/3 of the races.
Right.
I don't know what number that is, but
What, how many races there? 23.
23?
About 7, 8
So
races.
it's about 15, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
Two
times that by
thirds.
2. Yeah.
Two-thirds near.
Yeah.
2/3 near.
Yeah.
So there would have to be not one in it more than 7 or 8 races for it to fail.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Richard,
So
what are you
we-
checking?
We're saying that it has to be 16 races, yes?
At least 2/3. So whatever 2/3 is.
What does it come out as? 15 point.
15.41, so round
Yeah,
up
so 16.
16.
Round-
Yeah.
I'll round it down. Let's say 15.
Yeah, but he said at least, and 15 races is
Uh,
under. You just failed your maths GCSE, son.
Yeah, I've done that anyway. I've passed. I got a C.
A star, 1 year early.
Nerd.
The prodigal son has since flopped.
Anyway.
Podcast for no reason.
Back down to earth.
So that rounds up this year's season predictions. We will make them available on social media for everybody to laugh at.
Oh, do I have to make a? I'm gonna have to make a graphic for that.
No, you don't
now.
need to make a graphic. We could just type it into a tweet.
Yeah, but nobody reads a long list of a tweet. Everyone looks at images. Get with the interactivity program, man. It's the algorithm.
I mean, yeah,
Come
because
on.
we're gonna try and use our social media more this year. So,
Like Chris said that, he's on it.
Yeah.
guys, you know
Well
how bad I
volunteered.
am at responding to things.
Oh god, yeah, the emails.
Maybe we should let Chris go on emails.
In my
you can do it.
In my defense,
It's turned
I
into a cold.
pinged that email to fastest lap within like 5 minutes of it being in our inbox.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we need more hit tweets like Chicken Run.
yeah, exactly.
Also, fastest lap, if you want to reach out to us again, you're better off doing it by Twitter DM.
Yeah, true.
We
True
get
that.
I get notifications for them, at least. I don't know about anyone else, but
I don't know.
I have notifications for the Turn 5 Twitter, so you're better off
I get
DMing us.
certain notifications for Turn 5 Twitter, like Corinne Chandok posted a tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, no, I don't.
we get
Yeah,
those
to be
because we
fair,
don't
the
have any
turn
other
5
ones.
like Twitter notifications are so random.
Yeah.
It's
just
because we
wild.
don't get any actual interactive notifications.
The Twitter
So
just like
it's-
to remind us that our account is actually there.
Yeah,
Yeah, Karun Chandok, everyone.
I'll try and come up with more hit tweets like Chicken Run.
Good stuff.
To be fair, Richard in Cozy Corner was a hit tweet as well. Was seen over what
So much
times
so,
by the end of the stream.
so much so, he's made it the bloody cover photo.
Has he actually?
Yeah, I've made it our Twitter banner.
Oh, that's great.
In fairness, our old Twitter banner was an old logo variation that we never
Holy
used. So
On the tweet where you posted no captions needed of Richard in Cozy Corner.
Alongside
1,343 views.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like
alongside Max
8 likes.
Verstappen. I
Well,
stole that from that like picture from an F1 manager tweet that went out 2 minutes before it. I seen it, I was like, yeah, this is perfect. But yeah, time for the weekend preview.
Yep.
So coming up in round 1 is the Bahrain Grand Prix. It will be raced across 57 laps, I believe it is.
Yep.
Yep, 57 laps. Its first Grand Prix was held in 2004, with the all-time race lap record currently sitting at 131.4, set by Pedro de la Rosa in 2005.
Love that he still has that. Most
It's
random thing.
15 corners, 5.4 kilometers in length, and the race distance is 308 kilometers. Here's a track map for those of you who are unfamiliar with the place that we were last weekend. There you go.
Why did that sound like a dig then?
I know it did, didn't it?
It's a dig
Yeah,
at the people who
is it?
didn't watch our live streams. We were live all weekend.
We were live during times where people were probably at work and had better
Unacceptable.
things to do with their life.
Watch Formula
Then
One.
watch me have a nap.
I'm including them.
And then me sitting there watching him have a nap.
Was it a peaceful nap? I don't really remember much. I won't lie.
That's usually how sleeps
I
work,
don't know.
Richard.
I can't really remember either.
Good. That means it was uneventful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the Bahrain International Circuit. And so let's get back to tradition. Can we have your podium predictions, please, Richard?
Do you want to say pole and podium
Yeah.
predictions?
Oh, yeah, I
actually?
forgot about pole.
But I think
Qualifying is a-
Wow.
then they
And
get
you were the
pole.
one to push for pole position, and you forgot your own addition.
Yeah, qualifying is a thing that we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
We
is.
also had a
Don't
dig at
forget.
people that didn't know Bahrain. Not
Not knows his own podcast procedure.
In fairness, by saying sticking with tradition, podium is the one that's lasted the longest.
Yeah, but you were the one that pushed for pole position to be included.
Anyway, pole.
Max.
Nia,
Max.
Ben.
Max.
Okay, we are in agreement.
This is
Podium,
like a very
please.
rare occurrence.
Podium, please, Ben.
Max Leclerc Perez.
Get on, lad.
Nia,
Max Sainz Russell.
Richard.
I'm the same as Ben, Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez.
I'm going Verham pair. Max Hamilton Perez. Bold prediction, please, Nia.
I've put both Alfa Romeos in points with minimal yellow flags.
With what now?
What the hell is a minimal yellow flag?
Confusion of the highest order.
Minimal yellow.
How does one quantify minimal?
One.
And does it come with maximal?
Is that you just yellow flag? Fucking
Someone in the
yellow
crowd
flag.
has the yellow Ferrari Monza flag, and that's what
That's a
you
yellow
see,
flag.
and that's it. Minimal yellow flags. I mean, like we get that you're not good with the maths after your season predictions, but like, what? I'm just gonna leave it at both Alfa Romeos in the points.
Yeah, I was going to say, just leave it at that,
Yeah.
please.
No, I need to know what minimal yellow flags mean.
I think we're gonna
Please.
like
Put a number on it. Any number. 1, none, 2, 6.
that's not minimal.
Put a number on it.
Never had an angry Scottish fancy.
The funniest thing about this is that I know exactly what she means in the fact that there's at least going to be a yellow flag during the race. And then she's
Yeah,
just like,
but
minimally.
quantity,
Never had an angry Scottish man shout numbers at me.
specificity,
Did you just say an angry Scotchman?
accuracy.
He's got a whiskey.
Seriously?
Careful, he'll get his tape out in a minute.
Angry Scotchman.
He might start throwing some eggs.
Scottish.
Watch.
I
Scottish.
I think I said
Scotch is a whiskey.
It's an angry Scotch.
It's an egg.
Or it's an egg, yeah.
I was
Or it's
thinking
tape.
But
Oh,
it's
it is
not a
tape.
person from Scotland.
It can't
It
be.
is now.
They are a
Yeah,
Scot.
Scotch.
Welcome
Or
to the
they are
Turn 5
Scottish.
podcast, where we rebrand nationalities.
Oh, it's an angry Scotch.
It's an angry Scotch and a laughing Welsh.
Welsh is actually kind of historically accurate.
Well-
Royal Welsh Fusiliers was Royal Welsh Fusiliers.
God damn it. My funny joke isn't funny because it's actually right.
Well, nobody asked. Nia, how many yellow flags?
3.
Okay, there
What
we
happens-
go.
Wait, can I just? What happens if there's a safety car? Is there still yellow
That-
flags waving?
There's
around?
usually yellow flags before the safety car is deployed. So that counts as the yellow
Yeah.
flag.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And we're including double waved yellows do not count as 2 single yellow flags. That is just a yellow flag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
any
that would be
form
correct.
of any form of waving yellow flag is a yellow flag.
So if there's 2 separate yellow flag incidents, but one of them happens to be a double wave, you're not getting your 3 yellow flags, okay? Yeah, you got it now. We're
No,
clear.
No, it's
That's the ruling.
it's 3 or less.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, Nia's is a
That-
maximum of 3 yellow flags.
Yes.
I'll have to. I've written in the or less.
Thank you.
So it's now
Eh.
a maximum of 3.
Yeah.
Not
So it's
minimal.
both Alfa Romeos in the points.
And no
While
more than 3 yellow flags.
No more than 3 yellow flags in the race occurs. I can't wait for that 4th yellow flag.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
But wait,
And
hold on,
Yellow
hold on.
flags that happen on the formation lap count. I would like to remind you of Sergio Perez in the Bahrain Grand Prix last year or 2 years ago, where he broke down on his way to the grid.
Do these count? My prediction count as 2 points?
No,
Or
1
1 point?
point.
No,
1 point.
that was you said it as all one thing.
Yeah, no.
Do I get a half point if I get
Yes.
the points one, but not the yellow flag?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm
And
mean, but I'm not
equally,
evil.
if you get the yellow flag one and not the points one.
Yeah.
Richard, yours please.
Drogovic in P7 or higher.
Fair. Ben.
I've got Joe to get a point or points.
Okay, I'm just going to put that as Joe P10 or higher.
I was gonna say
Joe top 10.
points. I was gonna say Joe points, but then I know if he got a point next week, but wow, he got a point and it wasn't points. So
No, to be fair.
he actually got 2 penalty points on his
Yeah.
license. So I think you'll
Yeah.
find he did get points.
but what if he just got 1? Then I'll be murdered. So
Yeah,
I'm going to
I'll
go
give you
with
a half point.
I'm going to go with Pierre Gasly to leave the race with his super license intact. So
Are you going to do
not-
this every week until he gets a race ban?
No.
That's how he is.
Because I'll
Pierre
switch it up a
Gasly.
bit. I'll go either Pierre Gasly to not get a race ban or Pierre Gasly race ban.
Over repetition of bold predictions will lead to penalties.
Yes, indeed. Such as Nia getting a 1 race
how many
ban.
warnings do you get?
Well, you get 12 penalty points.
Yeah, but like
But we're running the
Normally-
Formula 2 system, so they don't last for 12 months. They last
Normally
season
get-
to season.
if you want it twice, do you get a warning? Be like, if you run
If-
it again, you get a penalty or
If you run the same prediction, the second occurrence, I will remind you of the ruling. The third occurrence will be your final warning. If you persist, I will then start docking points.
So
Oh,
basically,
hold
the
on.
track limits.
So
Okay.
Hold
the
on.
fourth
Are
go.
we
Well, no, fourth goal should be black and white flag.
Yeah, I'm removing the black and white flag from the equation
Okay.
here.
Are we counting, say, like my one was both alphas and the points? Are we counting those type of ones? Because there's only 20 drivers. So
Yeah, but you can't just keep going alpha points.
no, I mean like if you say like Alpine one race, Alpha one race, then the other Alpha another race, and they go back to the first Alpha.
It will be reviewed on a case-by-case
Okay.
basis.
Okay.
It depends how bold that prediction will be, because obviously we don't know how competitive each car is yet.
Yeah.
But if Alfa Romeo are absolutely awful and you keep saying that both of them are going to finish in the point, I'm going to let you have it because you're not going to win those points.
Yeah, like if you
If you want to
suddenly-
sacrifice points by saying the same thing that's never going to happen, go for it.
I mean, if you
No,
hit
and you've
out
seen
with,
my season prediction, so you know.
if you hit out with Red Bull double points, it'll be like no, unacceptable.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
not a bold prediction. Is
no,
it?
that's not bold.
Exactly.
It could be.
In what
Lap.
universe?
More bold.
Lap down, showdown.
It's actually got the name right.
I know, right?
Hooray.
Miracle.
Nia.
Oh.
You are first.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. I was like,
I said Nia.
oh, okay, right. Driver.
Wait, let me predict. I'm going to guess Nia's right now. Okay. Logan Sargent, lap 25, 2 laps
Two
down.
laps down.
Wrong, 3 laps down.
Three? It's only a 57 lap race.
And he's first getting lapped on 25. What's going to happen?
The ink has hit the page now, so that's it. It's locked in.
Nia's praying for like a DNFs on lap 56
Yeah.
so that it shows up on the timing page as 3 laps down.
DNF.
Yeah, it's a DNF. By our rulings, that's a DNF. There's no.
Thank you. We went through that with Joe.
Yeah.
in
Yeah, we
Singapore
did.
last year.
Because he was classified because he completed over 90% of the race distance. That's DNF. It's just
That's
a straight up
good, yeah,
DNF.
is it?
If you retire, that's it. You're gone.
But you could finish less than 90% of the race, finish top 10, get points.
Not sure if like everyone else also does.
At Mugello, where we had 11 finishers.
Austria, where we had 11 finishes.
Yeah, exactly. We got very close to it a few times.
And Nicholas Latifi still didn't score points.
Latifi. Neither did Russell, actually.
Well, that's because he retired. He was
Not
one of the
in-
9.
Was Russell one of the 9? I thought it was Latifi was one of the 9.
No. Russell went pop. His engine just gave up. And
Was it
Latifi-
Styria the next week? He was so close to points, and then Alonso just went, no.
Yeah, that was exactly it.
And then in Emilia Romagna, Russell went, wall. All right, so Niels went for Sargent 3 laps down 25. Ben?
I've got De Vries lap 32, 1 lap down.
Fair. Richard?
Logan Sargent, lap 27, 1 lap down.
Sargent 23-2. And thus concludes our predictions.
We have one social media prediction.
Oh, do we? Excellent.
Or at least we had one when I started recording. Tay has put in Max pole, Max first, Perez second, Leclerc third.
Very good.
Thank you, Tay.
Yes. Thank you for playing.
Congratulations for winning this week's social media.
I mean, we'll put a tweet out and see if more people want to take part. And then we can actually have a bit of a competition. Is that everything? I believe it is.
Unless you wanted to run us through any more signings of F1 Academy, because there was a couple.
Oh, yeah. There's only one that I've seen.
I can't remember how far back we got. Hang on, let me just.
Yeah, there was one today, wasn't there? For
Yeah. So
or Campos?
today, Campos signed
Yeah.
Lola Lovenfoss. Apologies if I said that wrong. And that is it, because I believe we talked about Abby Pulling
Yeah,
being
that
signed to
was.
Carlin. So yeah, that's it.
I suppose we didn't actually talk about the fact that they've announced their race weekend format.
And the calendar,
Yes,
because it happened during testing. So we covered this on stream, but for those of you who are unaware, the Formula One Academy announced their calendar for this year. They will be racing at Round 1, Spielberg on the 28th and 29th of April. Round 2, Valencia, 5th to 7th of May. Round 3, Barcelona, 19th to 21st. 21st of May.
Good
21.
English.
Good England. Zandvoort on the 23rd to the 25th of June. Monza on the 7th to the 9th of July. Le Castellet, Paul Ricard, 29th to the 30th of July. And Austin to support Formula One on the 20th to the 22nd of October. Now, see, if they're going to be broadcasting these races, I hope they realise very little are going to tune into Monza, because they've decided to clash with the British Grand Prix weekend.
Yep. It's kind of the same way that I hope that Twitch realised that none of the Formula One people on Twitch are going to go to TwitchCon in Paris, because it's the Silverstone Grand Prix weekend. But anyway,
they did also
here's the race
announce
format.
Their race format, yeah. Does that have the points format as well? Do I need to talk through the points?
Yeah, it's got everything on it. So the weekend
excellent.
format: free practice 1, 40 minutes; free practice 2, 40 minutes. Then the first qualifying session, which is 15 minutes. The first qualifying session dictates the grid for race 1 and race 2. 2 points will be awarded for pole position. And then following qualifying session 1 is qualifying session 2, another 15 minutes. And that dictates the grid for race 3. 2 points will be awarded for that pole position.
The races. We have 3 races, 2 what would essentially be feature races, and 1 pretty much sprint race. So race 1 is 30 minutes plus a lap, with the grid set by Q1. Points awarded are Formula 1 style, with 1 point for fastest lap. Race 2, slightly shorter, at 20 minutes plus a lap, with the top 8 qualifiers from Q1 being reversed. So first to 8th, second to 7th, and so on. The points awarded are reduced, with 10 for first, 8 for second, and then for third down to 8th, it goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, with again 1 point for fastest lap. Race 3, the grid is set by Q2, and the points awarded are again Formula 1 style, with 1 point for fastest lap. What isn't being cleared up is whether or not you have to finish top 10 or top 8 for the fastest lap point. I'm sure that will be explained when the regulations are properly announced closer to the start of the season.
And if not, we'll just tweet at them until they answer.
And with that, I believe that's us for the week. Enjoy the first race weekend of 2023. I'm sure we will. There may be a possibility of a Turn 5 live at some point in the race weekend. Not too sure.
Are we doing one tomorrow?
There might be one tomorrow again. Not too sure. We'll decide. Then we'll put out a tweet if we are. But
It's very useful.
Doesn't that depend on how well Ben's internet does?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nia, can you host it instead, please?
If I figure out OBS, yes.
Oh, you don't need to use OBS. You could use Twitch Studio. That's what we used for.
That's what I use, because I can't use my OBS, but I can teach you how to use OBS.
Yeah. And we also used that for the last set of Turn 5 lives over testing, because that's really easy to use. The schedule is still unavailable for the Bahrain Grand Prix on the Formula One website, but it's always Formula 3 that kicks us off. So the season starts at 7:55 a.m. on Friday, with free practice for the FIA Formula 3, and Formula 1 kicks. These times, of course, are GMT. And Formula One kicks off at 11:30 British time, or
6:30 Eastern.
14:30 track time. So
Because Eastern Seaboard, yeah. Don't know about the rest of America, but I know Eastern Standard Time.
yeah, 2:30 track time in Bahrain. Please do tune in and enjoy the first race weekend of 2023. We'll let you know on social media about the possibility of Turn 5 live watch-alongs as the race weekend goes on. But for now, thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time. Ta-ra for now.